All right. Welcome to the show, everyone. It's your girl, Millie Mills, with another great edition of Bring It in the House podcast show. We come here every Saturday at 7:30 Central Standard Time, and that's 8:30 Eastern Time, where we spotlight musicians, entertainers, artists, and leaders. And we have some great, intelligent leaders in the house tonight. They're publishers of a book. They're co-authors, not publishers, co-authors of the brand new book release, The Book of Ruth by Vera Giles. Let's welcome Alexis Martin, Angela, let me get the names right, Ghani, and of course, Khadijah Ghani. They are here to talk about their success as brand new authors. Welcome, ladies. Welcome. Woo woo.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, it's so good to have you. Angela, your screen is a little frozen there. I'm sure she'll make the adjustment.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
We will get it going here in a minute while Angela
Okay.
Yes, there it is. Thank you so much, because we want everybody to see your beautiful faces. Yes. So let's start with Alexis at the top here. We always like to open the show with you repping your show, rep your hood, repping your area, your native town, should I say. So starting with Alexis, tell us where you from, your hood, and then your alma mater.
Not the hood, but hi everybody. My name is Alexis Martin. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, West Side.
Okay.
I ain't go to college. You hear me? But I make that money though. You hear me? I make that money. I ain't have to go to college.
That is so wonderful. I have a nephew who lives in St. Louis, Eugene Gilliam. So yes, okay. St. Louis in the house. Yes. And then of course we have Angela Ghani. Tell us where you're from.
Greetings, family. I am from Wisconsin and live now in Georgia. I've been here for over 20-something years.
All right, that's wonderful. You're in the ATL?
ATL, yes, ma'am.
All right. I used to live there. And of course, Khadijah, your sister. This is great to have you guys both to share this beautiful moment together. Are you in Atlanta as well?
Yes, ma'am. I am in Atlanta.
All right. So again, we are so excited to have you ladies on the show. You guys just became co-authors. This is so exciting. Brand new book, The Book of Ruth, and of course it's by Vera Giles Norris. And each of you, to my understanding, you wrote a chapter of the book.
Yeah.
So how many of you took part in this great project?
17 women is a part of this project.
Oh, wow, 17. That's a nice amount. So everybody kind of put their stories into the big pot, and oh, this is going to be good. I already know.
Yes,
I already know. Okay, so, you know, in the Bible, the book of Ruth is like the 8th chapter in the book, because we got 66 books in the Bible. So it's the 8th chapter. So I would like each of you to just share with me, you know, about the title. What does it mean? And do you kind of know how Vera, or how did you guys come up with the title, The Book of Ruth? What it means to you? I'll start with Angela this time.
Yes. The Book of Ruth title means transformation. Someone who comes from the lowest of the low and then just transform and finds her Boaz.
Okay.
So this book is definitely one of transformation, and the Book of Ruth in the Bible is definitely one of transformation.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, Khadijah.
Yes, thank you so much. First of all, we don't consider this as a book. We consider it as a movement, and it represents women and how we go from transformation. A lot of us has been through trials and tribulations and triumphs and traumas, and we also have overcome those traumas. And we did the work in order to move forward. So we're just telling our story, and in hopes that our story inspires somebody else in order for them to know that where you started from is not necessarily where you have to end, and how to take back your power and to move forward with your life powerfully.
I like that. I like that, Khadijah. That's really good. All right. And Alexis, what is the meaning of the Book of Ruth for you? What is all of this?
Okay, so to speak for Vera, her mother name is actually Ruth. Her mother actually passed January 11th, 111. So if you guys are into like the angel numbers and things like that, she's real big on that. So rest in peace to her mom, Ruth. And so Ruth, to me, if you're not familiar with the book of Ruth, Ruth basically lost it all
Yes.
and regained,
And
just like everyone said, this transformation. How did she get back on top? What did she do? What steps did she take to get back on top before she got knocked down? And so that's what this book really, represents. It's an anthology, of 17 different women talking about trials and tribulations and things like that, but how we are still here to be able to tell our story and why we're still standing and what steps we took to get here.
All right. I got to get my copy. You guys got to autograph a copy for me. I'm so excited to read it. Yeah, because I know yes, I know it's filled with a lot of great success, stories of success. Well, how you, overcome your triumphs and, and tribulations. So you guys recently made #1 on Amazon, correct? #1 new book release. Congratulations. Woo-hoo. And you guys, of course, are on your way to bestsellers internationally, I'm sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
That's the marathon. Yes, ma'am.
How does it feel? I mean, all of this success that's kind of like suddenly coming up on you. I'm going to start with Khadijah on that one.
Oh my God, this is a life-changing experience. We all have been going through separately. We have been going through our own individual triumphs and tribulations, and just to be able to come together and put our stories on paper, and then for everybody to receive the information in which that we're having to give and to accept us warmly and openly. And hopefully we are able to inspire other people to know that you can also overcome and move forward. This is a wonderful, wonderful experience. And I would like to take the time to say thank you for actually hosting us, and I would like to say thank you to my sisters for actually coming on and being co-authors with me. It is absolutely a wonderful experience, and like we like to say, this is not a book, it is absolutely a movement, and I am so excited to be on this journey with you, sisters.
Oh, that is so
Absolutely.
beautiful. That is beautiful. Congratulations again. We got people tuning in saying, hi, co-authors. Congratulations. We got a lot of congratulations. And so, yes, God is good. So what does it mean for you, Alexis?
So to be totally honest, everything is going by so fast. I don't even know what's going on. Vera said we #1. I'm just like, okay, girl, we #1. We just gotta keep going. So look, I'm just living it day by day, step by step, and I'm just praying that we keep on climbing, so I can keep on like, hey, we #1. I don't even know how we got there, what we doing, but look, as long as we stay there, I'm good with it. But it's so exciting, to get all of the support, because for a long time we didn't think that we had all this support, and like people don't even know our full stories and everything that's going on, and we already #1 in something. Man, we just gonna keep on clambering.
I'm trying to look here at some of the names. Okay, that's Iola Hoskins. Okay, she said congratulations. Denise Jones, one of your co-authors, she's saying hello and she's speaking to everyone. Hi, Tammy. Congratulations. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is amazing. Now, Angela, for you, I know it, like I said, all of this is exciting. So how does it feel for you?
Very exciting. Something very new to me. Especially with me speaking live like this. It's challenging, but I'm here, and my throat chakra is now open. So this experience is one that I've talked about so much in the past, but I've lost it. But when Vera reached out to me, I was definitely in for the long haul. And everything's been moving so fast, so fast. But I am here for the challenge because all the past challenges are gone. They are just that of the past. And we are moving for the future and for today.
Yes. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. My cousin Marvella in Chicago, she's tuning in as well. We appreciate all your support. Thank you guys so much. These are some of the co-authors of the brand new book release, the Book of Ruth. So just again, let's just congratulate them, because I know it was hard work. It was hard work putting this all together. So we are so proud of you guys. Tell us, how did you guys meet Vera? How did all of this come together? I'll start with Alexis for this one.
So, my life changed for me at the end of 2021. My situation blew up on the internet, where I was falsely accused of everything under the sun. And Dilla reached out to me during that time to appear on her podcast. But at that moment, I felt like everybody was against me, so I declined. So if you got Facebook, that your memories pop up a year later. So my memories popped up a year later for me, and I was just going through comments, and Vera's name resonated in my spirit. So I said, let me click on her name to see if we had a conversation. And we had a conversation about me appearing on the podcast, and I wanted to write a book. So I'm just like, okay, I looked at her page, and I see that she wrote a book before. So I'm like, well, let me reach out to her to see if she can help me with some resources. And sure, we can do a show now, because my mind frame was different. I was a lot stronger, then. And she was like, well, I'm writing a book that's featuring other women. Would you like a chapter? I'm just like, Lord, is this happening? Like, I didn't have no bad feeling, no good feeling. It was just like, do it. Like, maybe this is the right time. Maybe it's not. Just do it. We take chances on our life every day. What did I have to lose? And so that's how me and Vera came about, and that's how I'm a part of the Book of Ruth, these wonderful other ladies.
Amen. That's beautiful. What about you, Khadijah?
Yes, Vera and I is part of the same organization, and one of the organizations happens to be with Dr. Vincent, and he introduced me to Vera, and I told her my story, and after she heard my story, she was like, oh my God, you have got to be on my book. When we talked, we was absolutely talking about something different, but then I actually told my story, and she was like, I have this book coming up, and I have dynamic women on it, and you have got to tell your story. And so therefore we met, we talked about it. I had always wanted to write a book, but I didn't think that it was absolutely my time. But like Alexis said, when it came forth and the opportunity came up again, I was like, you know what? Somebody has got to hear my story. So I decided to absolutely put pen to paper, and therefore we're all here.
You're all here. That's so beautiful. Yes, and you get to share it with your sister. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Wow. God, he knows how to do things. Angela,
Absolutely.
Yes. Angela, tell us, how did you meet Vera, and how did they come together for you?
Of course, something similar to my sister's story, But at the time we met Vera, we had just gone through what one we call an Enoch treatment, getting rid of some of our past traumas. And the fact that this particular trauma that we went through, and which we're talking about in the book, we went through together. So when Vera talked to us, she talked to us about doing this collab on this book to write our story, to empower other women. And that is something that I have always strived to do, is to help to try to empower other women. Although, we always have words of wisdom for others, but we do not follow those same words for ourselves. So now I am walking in that power of walking in my wisdom and following the wisdom that I know that I am supposed to be following. And so I do thank Vera and Leslie Brown for coming together with this book, and God and the Spirit is bringing us all together for this collaboration. This is definitely going to be a book of empowerment.
Yes.
Everyone reading needs to go out and get your keepsake calendar and journal. The book will be releasing soon.
Yes, indeed. And from this whole experience, you guys have gotten so much press. You know, a lot of attention on social media. You were recently on the Martin G. Johnson podcast show, and I know that was very exciting. So you guys share with me what that was like for you. I want to start with Khadijah on this one.
So I'll take over. So
Okay.
Angela and Khadijah, they didn't attend that show, but I did.
Okay,
And
that's
then
right.
on that show, it just showed, to be honest, it showed me that my story was kind of like this small. Like, Alexis, you tripping off of what people done said about you, and it's other ladies that had to literally like fight for their life, and so
Exactly.
like I came in at the very end, so I'm still learning who everybody is and what they went through and things like that. And I'm just like, I'm a part of this book, like with these type of stories and these strong, powerful women, and I'm mad because somebody lied on
Yeah.
so like my whole mind frame changed.
Yeah.
It changed. And so like my direction that I have now is totally different because I'm with
Totally
some
different.
strong women. And like
Yeah.
I'm just so honored to be a part of this because this something else. All I gotta say is y'all need to make sure that y'all buy this book because it's some powerful, powerful testimonies and stories that's a part of this and how these women overcame. Baby,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, and I listened to some of that podcast episode on the Martin G. Johnson show on YouTube, and I know they did have some strong testimonies. I don't know who said this, but I remember catching the part where someone beat them while they were asleep. She got beaten while she was asleep with a hammer, and then later rushed to the hospital. And I'm like, whoa. And I remember Vera was like, you got beaten while you were sleeping? And she was like, yes. So yeah, they do have some really strong testimonies. Yes. So it is
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. So if you guys would like to at this time, it would be great if you would just maybe could read maybe a page or two from your chapter and let the audience hear how, just get a little snippet of your great story. So who wants to go first,
Sure, I'll
Khadijah?
go first.
Okay, all right.
I am Khadijah Ghani, a woman first, a mother, a businesswoman. I am a motivational speaker, transformational life coach, energy consultant, epigenetics wellness coach, ancestral healer, and a powerful, proud woman owned trucking company, just to name a few. What inspires me in is my passion happens to be being a mother of two amazing sons, Cameron and Kyrie. Growing up, I had a challenging childhood, a childhood that was rippled in emotional, physical, and mental abuse. As a mother, I vowed that my children would never experience any of that trauma. At 3 years old, my mother and father got a divorce, and I was absolutely sent to live with my maternal grandmother. There, my loving grandmother turned into an insane asylum in which I was physically abused. And at the age of 3, which is my earliest remembering, I was absolutely raped by my maternal uncle, which happens to be for 10 years. Through that trial, through that abuse, and that I experienced every day for 10 years, being beat with cast iron skillets, burnt with irons, and things of that nature, I vowed that my children would never experience any of that trauma. So, luckily for me, as I got older, I moved on, and I had two wonderful children. When Kyrie was 2 years old, he was diagnosed with epilepsy and cerebral palsy. Kyrie absolutely changed my life because I had to take care of a disabled son. Kyrie became my purpose to fight because I had to heal my son. My purpose to fight and heal. After years of trying all types of physical prescribed medication and surgeries, Kyrie still had 10 grand mal seizures per day. I was fed up with all the physician prescribed medication, the surgeries with no positive results. I started researching traditional medicine that led me to Africa because of the fact that if westernized medicine and all of the surgeries could not heal my son, I had to try something else because my purpose was to save my son. So that led me to Africa. I became a pilgrim and later a member of Prometra USA. Prometra stands for Promotion of Traditional Medicine. During that pilgrimage, that changed my life because Prometra's team, along with me, every year in January, we have a spiritual retreat, which is called Way of Remembering. Way of Remembering happens every year in January for 2 weeks.
Khadijah. You giving out the jewels. Hold on, wait a minute. They got a
Oh
book.
no, they're giving up all of it, and I have entirely a lot more. I'm just giving you a snippet of my story on
You
where
about to
I
blow me away, girl.
Okay. Well, we don't want to, like Alexis said, we don't want to give them too much, but that's very powerful. And for time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and move over to Angela and let her just a page or so, and then Alexa. Okay. All right. Thank you, Khadijah. Thank you so much.
Okay, family. Again, as you know, my name is Angela. I'm the mother of two beautiful daughters, Arnicia and Stacia, and I am a stepmother of two beautiful children, a son and a daughter. Aunt, amazing spiritual life coach, and I am also a now renowned author. Yay! I'm epigenetics awareness coach, mentor, energy consultant, and now will be becoming a professional speaker. Despite my challenging path of living up in a house of horrors, you have to know my story is going to be one of going through trauma of your childhood, living through prison. I served at least 3 years of a 7-year sentence due to the traumas that I told myself from the story of what happened to me in that household. So the stories that I told myself growing up fueled tragedy of me just wrecking my temple, injuring my body, mind, and soul. So my story is going to be one of triumph from childhood through prison to victory. Of course, I was in that same home of what Khadijah was talking about, of abuse, total abuse, which way that you can think of. It happens. But of course, like many of our melanated families, we become the fine family. And anything that's going on inside of the household, spiritually, especially if you're a spiritual household, it stays within that household. Through running away and, just different things that's going on within the home, you grow up by sometimes either acting out upon these actions because of what happened to you, or like I did, a lot of the stuff I did, or my memory was just gone. I didn't remember it until I started healing myself. Because I knew that the things that I was going through and what I was doing was not who Angela Donna truly was. So I started a journey of spiritual healing, of trying to heal myself, and I am still on that journey of one that's going to be one that I'm going to be on from the cradle to the grave. You see knowledge just like that. So my story is going to be one of true triumph, and that one that is still being written. So there will be more to come from Angela Donnie.
Right. Thank you so much, Angela. Now, what chapter is your book? What's the number? Your book, the section. Is it chapter 2, 3, 4, or no?
That I am uncertain of at this moment.
No, I'm certain. Okay, all right. Alexis, Excuse me. And what's the
Yeah, we
title?
don't.
What's the title of yours?
So the title of my chapter is "Close." I am closing this chapter. That is the
Okay.
title of mine.
Okay.
So just a little snippet, of my situation, my story. The end of 2021, I joined this business with a couple that I've known. And when I say that couple took me under their wing, like they fulfilled me in every area. A mama, daddy, grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, best friend, sister, brother, whatever I needed, they fulfill me. And of course, they teach me how to get money, how to save money, how to invest. Of course, I'm gonna latch on to those people, because those are the strongest people that's in my life because I didn't have that,
Right.
so and I call them like my business parents. They were, of course, they were my coaches, and I never got it twisted. It was all about business. I was their number one. Um, they number one moving in their business, but they moved to Atlanta from St. Louis. And to be honest, I was having problems in my relationship and I just needed to get away. And I asked them, could I come to Atlanta? For one, I'm still
Yeah.
able to work and still able to make money. Then they got a big house, so I don't have to, get a hotel or an Airbnb. So it was like a win-win situation, for me.
Right.
And they was going through a divorce. I knew that prior, going down there. And it was so peaceful. Like during the time that I was down there, it was peaceful. I was there for 3 weeks, back and forth. People think that, oh, she moved in with this couple, which is not true. But during that 3 weeks, it was so peaceful. One day I got asked to leave. It was on a Saturday night. My business mom, she asked me can she leave so they can spend some time together. So I'm like, heck yeah. Y'all need to spend this time together. No more divorcements. Work it out, get it together. Then 5 hours later, I started getting phone calls like, what happened to my parents? I'm like, what you mean what happened to my parents? So I did 100 miles to their house. Of course I'm in a panic. So on my way there, I didn't see any, police lights or anything like that. So I'm just like, okay, let me calm down. When I got to that cul-de-sac, it was like 7 police cars, 2 ambulances. And when I pulled around, they said, I'm sorry, ma'am. They both were deceased. So it was ruled as a suicide. So she shot him and then she shot herself. And of course, me being there, I was blamed for everything. When I say blamed for everything, I was blamed for murdering them. I wasn't even there. But baby, they said Alexis killed them. She hid up under the bed and recorded it and posted on social media. You know, she was their mistress. They was in a relationship together. And I'm the type of person, I care about what you think about me. And then especially that, like, this type of stuff that people do on the daily. So it was a different story every day. But like but my thing with this chapter and with this book, it's not about me trying to answer to people, or want to change people's mind because however you feel about me, that's how you feel about me. And I ain't here to change nobody's mind. But it's about that next little girl or that next woman who not as strong as me. Having death pinned on you when I'm scared of girls. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The guy
me
talking
too.
about I'm gonna kill somebody. What if that next person not as strong as me? You guys said I could have simply been slicing my wrist, taking pills, want to jump off, a bridge, want to shoot my own self, because of the things that y'all said about me. I thank God every day for His grace and mercy for keeping me. I'm alive, energetic, people's person. I like to make people laugh. Like, man, they shelter me. I fell into depression. I'm not no depressed woman. I was depressed. I stopped working.
Oh
Like,
my God.
I was just like, what is this? And like, I will never let nobody ever take my dignity ever again. I
Ever
don't care what you
again.
feel about me, how you feel about me. But my message now is about, how I overcame and how I can help the next person because these people, some trolls, man. These people is some devils.
It is. And you
These people
guys,
and these people they don't care. They don't care. They ain't care about my mental. They ain't care about my financial situation. And at the same
yes.
time, okay, yes, I'm just a woman that just popped up, to the world. Didn't nobody know my position? Didn't nobody know my place? They kids ain't even know I was out there.
Right.
So it's just like that's y'all mama and daddy. So clearly I had some kind of position, so by them not knowing, of course, they had to blame somebody, and they blame me for everything. Well, y'all read my chapter, y'all gonna find out everything that they blame me for, and y'all gonna be like, what? That
Yes.
don't make no sense.
And we're out of time. I can't believe 30 minutes goes by so quickly when we're having fun. I thank you guys so much. Everybody who tuned in, thank you so much. These are the beautiful co-authors here of Book of Ruth. This is the cover. You can get it on Amazon, right? Amazon?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's the cover. And next week we'll have more co-authors from the Book of Ruth. So we want you guys to tune in. Don't miss it. And don't forget to get your copy. Go to Amazon.com. Look for Vera Giles Norris. Vera was on the show here last year, and she was a great guest to be here. Very, very smart, hardworking lady. We love you, Vera. Thank you for putting this project together, and thank you for letting your co-authors come on the show. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Follow me at Alexis Morton on Facebook, y'all.